Midnight Muses back here again. So this is going to be the third video that I'm posting this week, and as I said in my last one, there will still be another one at the end of the week, which will be an update to, or I guess just a part 3 to what I was doing before. Today is going to be the makeup video for the week. So as I was also saying in yesterday's video, lately I have been really enjoying doing really bright, super blown out eyes. And I was sticking more to like the kind of like peaches and oranges, and like yesterday I had like yellows and mustards because that was the dress that I was wearing. And my boyfriend, who loves blue, was like, can you do it with like deep blues and dark blues? And I was like, I mean, that could look pretty extreme, but who knows, maybe. So I figured that while I'm sitting here with you guys today and I didn't really know what I was going to do with my makeup, I'm going to try doing that. So to start, I'm just going to do the base that I said that I would try in my first, or in my Ipsy unboxing, which is the Mascara. I think that's the only thing I have to try in here right now, besides my moisturizer for travel and my cleanser and this eyeshadow, which doesn't go with today's look, but I'll try and find a use for that on another one. But I'm going to do this today, and then after I do this, I'm going to hit pause, throw on my base, and then come back. So let's see how this goes. I have not tried it yet. It's a very interesting consistency. It's very much like you can't even see that, can you? It's like, no. Yeah, it's like a very stiff gel. It's very strange, but we'll try it out, see if it does. Okay, it gets, I don't know, it's weird. So when you put it on the skin, it like goes very watery like for a second, and then it gets like very like tacky, almost like sticky. Like, I don't know if you can hear that kind of like sticking. So that's, oh gosh, and it's hard to get out of this little thing because it's just like such a stiff, weird kind of like jelly consist. Am I slightly out of focus again? The camera likes to keep me out of focus. All right, I'm just gonna throw this all over my face, and then also I'll let you know how I found my makeup stuck to it when I come back with my base done. But I mean, so far it feels interesting. No, it's hard to explain. It's definitely not like anything I have ever tried before, that's for sure. I do like how like tacky it is. I do feel like my makeup's going to stick to it really well. But it also feels like really hydrating. Like it feels like underneath the tackiness is like super hydration. So it's kind of cool. I think I really like it. I wish I got more than like the tiniest, because it looks like a decent sized bottle and there's like literally nothing in here, but that's okay. It's Ipsy. They give you samples. All right, I will be right back with my base on and let you know how this feels with my foundation. All right, so I got my foundation, my powder, my bronzer, my blush on. The only reason why I'm coming back quickly is to show that I finally have enough color to use the Artist Couture highlight, which was way too dark for me before. So I'm just sneaking back in to throw that on with you. I just put a little bit in the cap and then I throw it on, and it is so beautiful. And it's so funny because originally when I got it, I was like, I don't even know if I like this, but like, look at that. Like once you get a little bit more color in your skin, it really is absolutely beautiful. But I will say, like, when I first got it, it was kind of like, okay, like I've never used a loose highlighter powder before, so like maybe I'm just like doing it wrong, where I'm not really seeing anything. I find that it disappears, and you do have to kind of almost pack it on a little bit. It's also a lot more glittery, so if you don't like a very sparkly highlight, which I mean I do, you might not like this. But what I find is that whereas like usually like when I put anything in, I tap off, I don't really want to tap off, and like I do very lightly, but it's more out of habit. Like I try to tell myself like, don't do it, because if you do, you're literally tapping all of the product back into the pot. So try not to tap off. And then you see that like it's such a beautiful sheen, but I am colored enough where I don't get like, it doesn't get dark on the side. That's an actual like shadow, because you can see on this side it doesn't have anything. So I really, really like that. So now I'm just gonna do my brows and then come back in and we'll do the eyeshadow. All right, I'm back, and as you can tell, I am considerably closer than I was when I was first filming, just because before I was just putting on a base and talking a little bit, but now that we're getting into the eyes, I did want you to be able to like see my eyes a little bit better, but as I film from a phone, it's kind of hard to like distance and zoom in as needed. I can't really do that. But anyways, gonna get started. Oh, and I did throw on my Steve Laurent gloss that I got in my BoxyCharm last month, which I have been weirdly loving a lot, considering I generally really hate gloss. I really like that. I like that it has a little bit of pigment to it, not too much. I also like that this is probably the first gloss that I have ever used that has pigment, that doesn't feather and bleed all over the place, so I'm kind of living in it, which is weird. I haven't been wearing as much of like the blacks and the blues that I usually do. It's been a lot of that gloss, but whatever. I figured we're going with a really extremely bright blue eye today, keeping it neutral on the lips. It was either be neutral or be like matte black, but like nothing like crazy on there. So I think for this look, I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do in terms of just like getting it started. And I've already, there we go. And what I think I might do, because I do want to keep it like super, super colorful, but I don't think I have like a light enough blue like transition. So just to get it started, I'm going to pop into my Pretty Vulgar Nightingale palette and just use this color just as like a really like big transition, like up high and down low, and then I'll start in with the blues from there. But I think this is the only neutral color that I'm going to be using. And then I'm going to be popping into the Brights palette, and I also grabbed the Lamar palette because I definitely want to use that shimmery blue as like more of like the deep in like inner part of the smoky eye. I love that color. I haven't used it in a good while and I've missed it, so I am definitely going to be incorporating that in some way. And actually this has a matte navy in it as well, so I think those will be the palettes that I kind of jump between for this look. So without further ado, oh man, you know when you just clean your brushes and you realize that you forgot to clean one brush? I hate when that happens. It's okay. It's one brush. It's not the end of the world. So to start, I'm just going to use my Lamar giant blendy brush. Love this thing. It's fantastic. I will also do my best to try and not block my face. I do have my mirror there, but I usually need a hand mirror as well, that because even with my contacts on, like I don't have good eyesight, and these are not new contacts. I did finally go and get new glasses, as you've all seen by now, but I could not afford to get the contacts. It's another reason why like going back to work is so big for me, is one, I can get contacts, and two, I can hopefully start saving towards getting LASIK done, which I really, really, really need, but I don't want to talk about that right now. Today is a happy, fun makeup video, and I'm really looking forward to doing this, because I have not done any kind of like more creative makeup in a long time. I mean, like I always have like a creative lip on and whatnot, and that's fine, but I haven't done like a real creative look, and that's my thing, is I do creative looks. When I was in college, I did like all this film makeup, and I love doing special effects, and beauty makeup was never my thing. So it's been kind of weird that I've really jumped into the role of doing beauty makeup. I don't know. So I really like this brush, by the way, the Far brush that I got in, I want to say Ipsy. This side I have used. It's a good packer brush. But this I really like because it's like a tapered, can you see, like it's like a tapered blending brush. It really just, I don't know, it's beautiful. Let me just check out my colors, because this one is a beautiful blue on the Lamar, but it does have a hint of teal in it. It's not like pure blue. It's like, You can see it's like, it's really, really beautiful, but it's got a kind of multicolor. So I think I'm going to go with this color here. And then from there, I'm going to bring, like, deepen it lower with this one. And then I'm going to go with the shimmery color. So wish me luck that this turns out how I hope it's going to turn out. All right. Let's get into, actually, I think I might even mix the two colors because this looks like it's purple. It's not. It's 100% blue. So I'll mix those. Okay, I need to find a place where things are not going to fall when I tap into them. Ugh, okay. There we go. Try to get the fallout off because, you know, I was super smart and did my base first before going in with a whole ton of super bright blue eyeshadow. Probably should not have done that, but that's okay. I'm so excited to see if this essentially turns into anything, you know, and preferably not like a black eye. So we'll see. This is not a super duper pigmented color. I mean, obviously you can see that there's blue, but it's not building up quite as well as I would like it to. I am probably going to pop into that NYX a little bit sooner, but at the same time, this is like the outer edge. I didn't want this to be like as extremely bright either, so I guess it's not really a bad thing. I do find that with the NYX Ultimate Brights palettes that it's very hit or miss. Like there are some that are like, oh wow, yeah, that's popping. That is like really doing what I wanted to do. And then there's other ones where it's like, I mean, you're okay, but like you're not really what I was looking for in this situation. And I feel like this is one of those kind of colors where it's like, you'll do what I want for now, but I don't know. It could also be because I'm mixing. I do find that the teal color is definitely the stronger tone of the two. This looks really weird right now, but it's also been a really long time since I have done a creative look, so I think I also have to get used to it myself. So now I'm just taking like another blending brush and jump into the NYX. It's the Licorice Lane, and I'm going to jump into that navy and kind of bring it in a little bit. Oh wow, that has a lot of pigment. I've been using this palette a lot lately, and it's so weird because when I first got it, I think I used it like twice and was like, oh my gosh, it's amazing, and then put it aside and kind of forgot about it. But it's like, no, it's beautiful. I think the reason why I put it aside is that there's no transition colors in it, so they're all pops of color. So it's a palette that you use in conjunction with another palette. And I think for me, I was just kind of wanted to have like a one palette where I could do everything with. But oh my gosh, the pigmentation on this and like the blendability, it's just like it does whatever you want it to instantly. There's no like, oh well, it kind of looks this way or kind of looks that way. It's like, no, it's perfect. From like the first dip, it's perfect. And like, look, I barely had to use any. I only dipped in once. It blended out instantly. Like, that's lovely eyeshadow. It's a little bit too low on that side, I think. Might have to clean it up a little bit, which is why I really should have been doing this first before my foundation. But I hate trying to like blend in my foundation and contour after the fact. So like it's totally my fault because it's like, what's your issue with doing that? It's not a big deal, but I'm fussy that way. So now I'm gonna go into the Veradero, which is the Lamar from the Reina del Caribe Volume 1 palette, which is probably the most awesome blue in the entire world. This is one that I do usually apply with my fingers, so I probably will do that in a moment because it's going on, but it's not going on quite as like, oh my gosh, stunning as it usually does. Sorry, I didn't realize I was leaning back. Yeah, so it's like you can see it, it's pretty, but it's not doing quite what I want, especially on like the lid itself where there isn't any other shadow. Let me just get under here. Oh yeah, and see, and that's where the fallout is. There's been no other fallout so far, but there's fallout with that color. Who is there ever? Oh, it's so pretty. It's going on this side normally though, so that's an interesting turn. I also feel like I should probably put lashes on with this, but I know myself and I know I'm not going to, because I know that I'm going to be putting my glasses on anytime, and I cannot wear fake lashes with my glasses because they're too close to my face and my regular lashes already hit them. So there's no point in doing that. So let me just see if I can kind of tidy up, because see, that is how I want it to look. That's too low. So I'm going to see if I can kind of fix it up a little bit. Also, I love this brush now. This is, I think, the Moda brush that I got. It's awesome for clearing away excess eyeshadow. For the most part, it still has a little bit down there. Whatever, I'll clean it better later. What I think I'm gonna do is go back into the Nightingale palette and just use that original blendy shade and just try to kind of blend that out a little bit and see. That's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Actually, I think I need a little bit more of you right here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix up my makeup a little bit. That's okay. It happens. Not the end of the world. Hang on. I'll be right back. Let me just fix that. Okay, all better. Got it all kind of cleaned up. Just added, well, I wiped it away, added a little bit of concealer, a little bit of powder, touched up my highlight. Kind of annoying. Not the end of the world. Just gonna throw on some mascara now. It's a really big look. I don't feel like I need to add any liner to it. I want the focus to be on the different shades of blue and all the different colorings. As I said, if I were to add anything to this look, it would be a nice pair of falsies, but as I'm going to be spending most of the day in my glasses, like, I would be taking them off in like 10 minutes. So there's no point in doing that. Sorry, I keep slouching. It's a bad habit when I do makeup, and I'm really bad for it specifically when I'm putting on makeup. I tend to slouch quite a lot. But yeah, gotta film this early today because, as I said in yesterday's video, I've got some phone calls that I'm waiting for, and they can happen within certain time periods, which means I have to do the makeup far earlier than I would otherwise be doing today. So I skipped my morning coffee and my breakfast. I did take my vitamins, but that's it. So I could do this first, and that way my phone will be free to answer a call if I need to. Sorry, hopefully I wasn't blocking you that whole time that I was just putting on my mascara. Right now I'm using the Smashbox X-rated because I am finding that, like the Ciate, it's not hitting my lower lashes. But I'm also wondering, because I went from using a loose powder to a pressed powder under my eye, if that's why it's not transferring. It just like maybe needed a little bit of a heavier powder. I don't know. That's my thought anyway. But anyways, here's the finished look. I have a nice super bold blue smoky navy smoky eye. I really love this. It has been far too long since I have done something just a little bit more creative, and this isn't even super creative. Like, if you've seen like the looks that I've done, like I've done like actual like editorial creative, but this is more of like a beauty creative, and I really love this. I really have missed going bigger and bolder with my looks. So I think that going forward for makeup videos, I'm going to definitely try and push myself to get back into this, because this kind of makeup is what makes me happy. It does make me really excited. Anyways, thank you as always for watching. If you liked how I did this, or want me to do anything else, please let me know in the comments. If you like this video, hit like. If you want to see more, as I said, I do makeup once a week, and otherwise it does tend to be more mental health based. But if you want to, you know, check out my story and take it with me, then hit subscribe. I'd love to have you hang around with me more often. Anyways, thank you as always for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you later in the week. All right.